Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth Astrology. I'm Michael, the Leo Mystic, and this is where we observe the rhythm of the heavens to speak the language of the soul. This is the astrological forecast for the 30th of January. Bye-bye January, and welcome February until the 5th of February. And January, February, that's Aquarius season, the weird, the electricity, the water, and the air that kind of makes that friction. The friction of the future, the new ideas, the insights. And I think this is the moment to see the future, to know the future, to create it, as well as to receive it, especially because the moon is in Gemini until late Tuesday, early Wednesday. And so then we have this insightful energy, this energy where we get those new ideas, channel those new ideas, but also are able to speak it out, to create a new language, to create with the ideas that we have. Create, because in the word create, without the H, we have earth, right? So there's heart in it, in create, art. So it's art from the heart. So it's earthy, it's grounding, manifesting the ideas, because Mercury is in Capricorn and it's trining the ruler of Aquarius, Uranus. So that's a day, honestly, of tremendous, beautiful insights, especially with Venus in Pisces. I spoke about it on my Instagram, the importance of Venus in Pisces. Pisces is sound and spirit, and Venus is reception. Instead of us needing to Google or search for an answer, or needing to run all the artificial intelligence and needing to use some external device, we are that knowledge that we're seeking. And so we, instead of Googling it, we have to consult our inner Google, especially with Venus in Pisces, and that's a true gift. And with Mercury in Capricorn, it's implementation, it's maturation. It's coming into a certain mature, ripening process of the mind, and the ability to structure it, integrate it, practically plan, and speak with a certain authority, speak with a certain groundedness, calmness. And Mercury's going so fucking fast that it's gonna go into Aquarius very soon. And I would say that whatever your ideas are about the future, about what you really want to do, because Mercury in Capricorn is really also about knowing your life direction, your life purpose, especially with the Sun in Aquarius that knows it, that brings light to that. So especially because it's trining Uranus, these are insightful days. It is helpful. We are able to, integrate into society those ideas. We're able to do something with it. People are receiving it. Jupiter is in Aries. The action that we're doing, that we're making, is just like so new. And Aquarian energy brings that extra newness to it that is maybe weird, too futuristic, but Mercury in Capricorn is able to realize what it needs to say in order to convince those people who are not convinced at all. So use it wisely, especially because Uranus is still in the North Node, catapulting us to those anything. With Venus in Pisces, the gifts of life. We are receiving the gifts of life. We're receiving the gifts of life. We can manifest our dreams. Fuck! This is maybe one of the best astrology moments that I have felt and seen in my personal astrological life. All planets are direct, they're forward, so we are moving forward. Change is happening so fast. Mars is speeding up too, that came out of its retrograde. Mercury is going like racing through Capricorn. Venus is also now out of those rays of the sun. I mean, there's no reason for you to not like move forward and not do what you need to be doing, whatever that is that your heart is calling you to do. There's one thing though that is happening, and it's Neptune square the nodes, and it's exact on Wednesday. And I do think that is the illusion part of it. Like maybe in a sense, like this is to those people who are not listening, maybe even those people who are listening, you're going to be deceived and you're going to be delusioned or disillusioned. It will happen. It's like waking up from a dream. It's like, you know, Neptune square the nodes is the need to integrate spirit, meditation, source, and most likely, you know, you're either doing it through a lot of meditation, you're realizing that you need to meditate, you're doing it through some sort of microdosing like we're doing. You know, it's just a very spiritual moment. Neptune is so loud, everybody's hearing that spiritual call, and at the same time, you know, it's also the moment to just escape. And we could escape and we could not see it, and there's this fog. And you know, it's interesting because it's just always paradoxical, this energy, because the energy is so fucking clear, and Neptune is intervening, squaring the nodes with our emotional growth. So emotionally, we're learning so much by being deceived, by meditating at the same time, and just, you know, the media that is spreading more lies. I guess in a way too, it's a saving grace of being disillusioned, because if we, with this Aquarian energy and Mercury, Mercury, I would say, with so much, the moon in Gemini and sun in Aquarius is so much information that we would get, maybe, like, we're gonna be overwhelmed by the information because of Neptune is squaring the nodes. But Neptune is squaring the nodes, and because of it, it's overwhelming us so that we don't, like, take the wrong action, if that makes sense. You know, you can't really take a wrong action, but what I'm trying to say is it's teaching us something about our spiritual nature by deceiving us. And if we would just constantly learn, integrate, and what is said, it's all mind. But Neptune is energy, spirit. It's who we are, it's what everything is. And so that confusion, that not a sense of clarity, that deceives us. We run into obstacles. Like our bubble gets burst. I don't know if that's correct English, but whatever. You know, it's because of these challenges of no clarity at all that we're gonna have to think, why the fuck did that happen? Why am I here now? What's going on? And it's gonna, at the same time, the asking that question of, why am I confused right now? Why am I blinded? Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Gemini, Mercury Capricorn, Trine and Uranus is going to help you with the insight and with the answer. So I think it's helping us grow more because of the confusion. And because of the confusion, we're becoming more clear about what should not be done and what should be done, you know? So it's like a fast process. With Sun in Aquarius too, it's like a fast processor that just like, runs this trial and error game and just goes faster and faster and faster. And that's just playing inside of us. And if you don't stay centered, you could lose your mind. But the beauty is that the moon is going to come into Cancer, trining Venus in Pisces, trining the south node, and also sextiling that north node. So the sextile here of, moon in Cancer, which is at home, which is emotional, and Venus in Pisces, that is about the dreams and is also so open. The heart is open, the crown chakra is open, like you're open to anything and everything. It's like, I love you all, and moon in Cancer is able to experience that love inside for itself and is able to, south node in Scorpio, cleanse those past confusions, that past karma, with Mars in Gemini, those words that cut and where we are not aligning our words and our actions, and is able to integrate north node in Taurus, Venus in Pisces, the gifts of life, the dream is able to, we're able to expand our comfort zone, we're able to expand our beauty, our love for life, our love for the earth, our physical senses upgrading, just the reception, the receiving of the information and the downloads that are there. I mean, this is a gift of some sort that is given to you. North node in Taurus, Venus in Pisces, because of that grand trine, when we emotionally sense, feel, experience, cleanse, and receive that water that is streaming, like fresh waters are coming, and it just keeps on flowing, and because of it, it cleanses everything that is at this very moment needing to be cleansed, and at the same time it brings fresh waters. And so fresh, clean water is where there's growth. Growth is possible. I can see it here even in Spain. The rain, like for 2 years, the last 2 years that I lived here, the first year was the driest year ever. I don't know if it's like ever, but it's one of the most dry years ever measured. Let's keep it at that. That everybody's going to be certain about that, right? Or agree with me on that. And it was horrible the year after, which was like these last months, because there's no avocados as much, not as much olive oil, and I mean, just not about the fruits in and of itself, just the dry land is horrible, and people without water and stuff like that. Anyway, now the rain is coming so much and at good quantities that you can see the earth alive. You can see the earth vibrating. You can feel it. It's cold though. It's one of the coldest days now and long, but you can see the green of the earth, of the leaves, and it's so fresh and it's so beautiful. So that's what that water is going to be doing, and that's how that north node in Taurus with Venus and Pisces is like. There's room for growth. There's room for new fruits to, first new blossoms, right? And fruits to be just taken into our hand and to be experienced, the gifts of life. And that is truly remarkable, truly rare, because the north node is not going to be in Taurus next year, and then for 18 years it's not going to be there, and Venus is now in Pisces. So the ability to receive that gift of life is not going to be there for 18 years. Maybe 17, but whatever. This is a rare moment, and especially because that grand trine, the North Node in Taurus with Venus in Pisces, trining the moon in Cancer. You're not that's a rare gift of emotional stability. That is the emotional stability. Moon in Cancer, sextile the North Node in Taurus with Venus in Pisces. Emotional stability because of intuition, so strong. The ability to download, the ability to manifest a nervous system so strong that it is able to be grounded and receive information purely. That's what that is about. It's huge. It's a grand trine. It's a kite even. It's a kite. What am I talking about? It's a kite. And that's not going to be there next year. Not in 12 years, not in 15 years. It's going to last 17 years. This is your moment for those people to really spiritually grow, to really feel, sense, to intuit, to live the dream, to experience the dream, to feel emotionally secure, to cleanse and heal their self-image, to heal emotional wounds, to actually align emotion and the physical and the spiritual. And all of that whilst the sun is in Aquarius, reaping those benefits. That too. That too. What are the rare moments here that are coming together? And when you always ask me, how do I do that? Well, meditate, listen, receive, trust the messages that you see, whether it is an animal, a number, a voice, a word you see and it means something and you act on it, you trust it, you integrate it, and by doing it, repeating it and rinsing and repeat, you develop this sense of trust in yourself, and it will guide you forward, and no one else but you can truly understand that. Truly. It's beautiful. All whilst Mercury's in Capricorn. Which, which is serious, right? It's very business-like, but it's so fucking integrating. Especially because Mars is in Gemini. With Jupiter in Aries, taking the action, Mars in Gemini, aligning word and action, and Mars in Gemini pointing to Mercury in Capricorn, fucking doing it in a mature way that a society understands, that people around you understand, that is according to norms and standards. Yet, with the sun in Aquarius light, that is renewable, that is future-like. I'm telling you, rare moment, rare moment to build your future. Truly. Because the future is sending you messages. And you are receiving it. And if you truly listen, Venus in Pisces, you just have to follow. Neptune square the nodes. If you think that you're in control, that you're the one who's creating this all, who's God, if you are escaping and or just keeping your misery, come on, man. All of those things, forget about it now. Just trust. Neptune square the nodes, it's gonna make you doubt. Because it will present to you a reality that is not there. And when you believe it so blindly, without asking the question, without integrating, that's what I'm saying, right? It's oh, it will all be fine. Oh my God, I don't have to do anything, right? Let me just take a couple of microdoses more. The There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, now is the fucking time to integrate, to do, and to not like in a warrior kind of way, Mars, like fucking act in without thinking. And no, it's aligning word and action. It's just listening and then act and do with trust that which you see and believe, even always getting the feedback, but not thinking like, okay, this is all gonna go by itself. I'm just gonna trust everything. I don't need to do anything. No, right? That's all I'm saying. I hope I can get it more, I don't know if I can get it more clear than this. Maybe, I mean, let me know in the comments if this was clear for you. Let me know in the comments, type a yes if you're ready to gradually build your future with momentum. That's truly heaven on earth. Talking about the heaven on earth community, I'll put the link down in the description below. It is time to join a community with the sun in Aquarius of like-minded people, to learn to live according to the cycles of nature and Mother Earth and the stars, to align it with your own rhythm. And that's where everything clicks, and that's where the intuition is truly at. And that is now. So act upon it. See you there. Much love. See you next week. Bye-bye.